Well, good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to another adventure with Jim and Karen. We are in Mesa Verde, Colorado, and we are trying to find some things to do in this park. It's a lot of it's closed. So
I'm gonna show you anyways.
Show you what we can.
This is what your little offices and everything look like initially. But if you come right down here,
ranger station and first aid area.
Yep. If you come down here, you'll see spruce tree house. And you'll be able to see the first of the houses. See him down there? Let's get a little closer. Guys, with everything being closed, we decided we're going to do the petroglyph trail.
Right. It's about 2.4 miles round trip.
So let's get one trail in, see what we got. There's your houses. We're going to make a left-hand turn here. Let's see. 2.4 miles round trip. Open sunrise to sunset. Pinyon juniper, excellent views of Spruce Canyon. Bring water. All right, here we go. It is hot out here already, and it's only like 9 o'clock in the morning. Looks like some more greeneries over there. They're pretty smart. They put their houses on the other side of the cliff to stay warm or cool. All right. All right, for a second I thought we had to walk across this little bridge, but path's behind it. It's a long ways down there. Little narrow cut in between the rocks there.
Yeah.
It's a nice view. Nice little canyon area that they lived in. Out of the weather. Smart people. So we got rocks on one side and rope on the other. All right, guys, this is a view from the other side. I don't see any dwellings on this side, but I do see a granary, some sort way over there. Perfectly square door, bricks around it. These guys had a hell of a view, and they were very smart. Weather can't get to them. At least we got some shade here and there. All right. All right, well, it looks like we come into an old fire zone. It's kind of some eerie you'd see in a monster movie, especially at night. All right. That's all right, there's more greenery and shade ahead. So Karen and I were talking about what would this place look like 1,000 years ago, or 500, 600, 700 years ago when they lived up here. And I told her, well, I'm guessing if you look at there, that's what your road would look like, your trail would look like, that's what everything up here would look like. And they still survive to live up here. It's amazing. Makes you want to go back sometimes. Get away from all these YouTube stuff. Laugh out loud. Okay. Alright guys, it looks like I'm finally come up to the view area.
That is a long way down. Pretty though.
Yep.
Surprised there's not more,
Definitely a long way down.
surprised there's not more little houses built in here.
Dwellings?
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Alright. Let's keep going. Alright guys, so that last opening, as soon as we step back on the trail, it said 1 mile exactly, so it's about the 1 mile mark. Shouldn't have too much further to go according to the national park measurements. A little bit of a view there. Starting to warm up a little bit. That looks like we come up on another opening. We're going to walk around down there. That's what the trail looks like. For the most part, it's gravel. But those yucca plants look really pretty about a month ago. A nice big opening. Well, they got big metal eye bolts out here, so I guess you better watch where you're walking. Wow. Bet the wind really howls through this canyon.
Does too.
Alright, there's a trail way down there at the bottom. Okay. Alright, so that's extremely irritating. As you can see, you walk 1.2 miles, which is supposed to be where you're going. And it says trail closed. Which trail is it? Trail closed for winter. No. It's okay. Guess this is one trail you don't want to do. Alright. Alright guys, so fail. We just passed a ranger going that way, the other way. We asked her where they're at. She says, oh, you can't get to them because of fire danger. Well, why don't you put up a sign? Oh well, that's just me. Okay, we're gonna walk back, see if we can't find something else to do. Thanks for sharing this much with us, guys. As we made it back up,
We did.
we found the sign that said it was open. In real small print, it says no access to the petroglyph panel because that part's closed. But you're reading these big letters that say, hey, it's open.
Right.
So I guess we should have read it a little closer.
Right.
But when you pass by it, make your own decisions.
Right.
Okay, we're gonna find something else to do.
Right.
All right, guys, since we already had one flop, Where are we at, Karen?
We're at a place called the Pit House. It was done in
600 AD?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll give you a look around. They're just protecting it from the elements. So sign here. You can pause it if you want. So basically it looks like an Anasazi house to me. So they were able to tell the age of it by the tree rings. Nice and cool in here. Not sure what the holes are for. Must be a little storage area here. All right. See you in the next one. All right, guys. So this is the Navajo Canyon Overlook. There's an archway over there. Oh, that breeze feels so good. I don't see any dwellings on this side.
Beautiful out here.
Okay. See what else we got. All right, guys. Now we're going to the Square Tower House, which is ADA accessible. It's a short little walk from the road. They say this house was between 12 and 1300 AD. It had 80 rooms in it when they found it. 60 of those rooms are still in perfect shape. They found pottery, clothing, and a little human type figurine inside. They also said that to get to the house themselves, or the dwelling, the native people used their toes and their fingers and cut little holes in the side of the cliff and basically climbed up it. So a makeshift ladder. Take a look at it in just a second.
This is the Square Tower.
All right, guys, so that's the Square Tower. There's several rooms there.
It's pretty cool.
Let's take a picture and try to put it in this YouTube video so you guys can see it.
This is the view.
All right, guys, these are the pit houses and pueblos. So I think from 700 to 950 AD. Basically, when the Anasazi and the Pueblos used to build their house underground, they started, I guess, becoming more modern and building them above ground. There's supposed to be two of them here. One of them burnt down. And then they modified another one. Looks like we have two different places here. So we'll give a look at it. These are actually two of them. First one was here. This one ended up catching fire. Over there in the corner was where they had their fire pit. Then they built this one next to it after that one did. This time with a ventilation shaft. which is right here for their fire. And it actually goes behind me and out that wall. There's a hole. And they just covered up the top of it with trees or limbs or whatever. It's actually quite larger than what the Anasazi ones were. So this one shows how they built above it with the trees. Exactly how they built the house. All right, there's another one over here. It's not too far away. I guess they were neighbors. Let's go check it out. Okay, so this is the first village slab here, 5 rooms. And what was it? Shared well, room blocks along traditional structure pitch, which is over here to the right. We'll show you those in just a second. And then you had another masonry village over here. So let's take a look at the room slabs over here, 85 AD. I count 4 rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take a look at the other ones in just a second. Alright, so this one's a much deeper one. These houses were built after the first houses. Much deeper. There's your ventilation holes. Just 2 more little houses. You know, you guys complain about your 1-bedroom apartments. The whole family lived there. That's not mean to sound sarcasm, it's just the way people are nowadays. This is one where they held a lot of ceremonies. Looks like a ceremonial pit. Obviously using ladders to get down. The ventilation pit was right up over there. With an entrance over here, or exit, however you want to look at it. Seat down in there. A lot of work. All right, let's go find something else. All right, next stop is Mesa top sites, 8900 to 1100. This is also ADA accessible. This is where they used to garden. Probably got a lot of glare on there. Garden site's right over here to the left. Right in there. Wow, totally different. Built the first ones first. They're showing ladders coming out the top to get to the other ones. New kind of buildings. Got little rooms into that one. Ventilation holes. Check out the next one. Of course, these are all being preserved by this building. This is a masterpiece. It's all built below ground and mud and dirt and everything. Over the centuries of just built up on top of it. Makes you wonder how somebody first found it. If it was that far underground. Another ventilation shaft. Wow. Okay, let's move on. All right, folks, this is Sun Point Pueblo. They say this is one of the last ones that was built on the top up here. This is the remains of what used to be a tower. All the houses were down here. And this is what's left of the tower. There's a big hole. And the tower's way down here. The houses were way down here. And that is a work of art. So from the looks of the map and looking here, if they kept digging outside in this area, they'd probably find more. I think they found it by the level of the dirt and the tower sticking out above it. They probably knew something was here. And that one goes to the tower. And that one goes to somewhere. Oh no. Maybe it goes to another one somewhere else that's unburied still. Wow. All right, next time I'm going to hit the viewpoint. All right, so looking at this map, basically what we're seeing here is this tunnel and this house. This house has a thing that goes underground to the tunnel, or to the tower, I'm sorry. And there's your tower, and there's your house. So the rest of the village is somewhere underground around us. All right, and it'll show a little wild turkey there. All right, next one. All right, guys, this is Sun Point view. Oops. So there is a sunset house. I'll take a picture. All right, so from there to the left, there is a 15-room dwelling. Put my camera down here real quick. Right in that area. And over there, and that area is a 25-room cliff dwelling. And here comes a picture for you. All right, so from that point, you move over to your left. This Cliff Palace right over there. There's another one way out there. All right, stand by the picture. Alright guys, there's a couple of little ones that I missed out there, I can see. We're going to go on the other side over there and get a better view of that one. Cliff Palace, I believe it's called. Alright, let's drive around this thing, see what we got. Guys, we were just over there. Went down the road a little ways, you can see a little closer here. This is called the new firehouse. And then the fire temple down there. I'll give you some pictures in a minute. But from right here, you can see the little niches going up. That's how they climb to the top. No elevators. No escalators. No ladders. All right, let me send you some pictures. All right, guys, so you're coming outside the stairs. That will blind you. So your tour goes down this way first. It'll go through the gate and around. Here's what they had a view of. And I'll show you the view in just a second.
The very end.
All right, guys.
You know, if you just drive all the way to the end, then you
That's
can
what it looks
hike up
like.
the river, and it comes from a confluence where two rivers come together. It's just huge granite walls. It's kind of smooth and polished from thousands of years, but not everybody gets up into there. It's about a mile up the river.
It's a whole valley, village.
But it's
All right, guys, so this is called House of Many Windows. I didn't know it was here. So, let's see what we got over here. Up and to the right. Oh, there it is, over there. It is directly over in that area. I'm gonna take a picture of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 windows I can see, and there's one up above it. Okay, beautiful canyon shot. All right, and insert some pictures here. All right, guys, now we're at the Hemingway house. Way across there. Here it looks like there's people in it. Let's zoom in and find out. All right, here comes Pig. All right, guys, so we are standing right on top of Balcony House, which you can't see because we're standing on top of it. It's got a little model over here I want to show you.
It says it's below us.
Yeah, we're standing right on top of it. This is also closed. All right, let's see what else we can find out here. All right, boys and girls, that wraps up yet another adventure with Jim and Karen.
Yes, it does. We're in Mesa, Verde, Colorado. What we wanted to do, we didn't really get to do. Started out with the petrographs, and we did the 1 or 2.4 mile hike, and didn't get to see them. But we got to see the pretty views.
So when I first started, I was telling Karen, I like to rate park places we do between a 1 and a 10. When I got finished here, it was about like 2.5.
Right.
And I was not a happy camper.
Right.
But then we got to go around and see the rest of it. Very educational.
It was. We got a lot of old stuff, a lot of signs. How it explains it all to you. It was a stop and drive type thing. It was really cool though. I learned a lot. Got a lot of good pictures too, and video.
So I would rank it right now probably about a 7.5.
Yeah.
And not because it wasn't educational or beautiful, but half it was closed and the other half was filled with bratty kids and parents that just needed to be slapped.
Yeah.
Very inconsiderate people.
Right.
But that happens everywhere, so hopefully you won't run into them, but if you get a chance to get out here, see it, maybe have a different perspective of it.
Don't do it in mid-June on.
It's hot.
It's too hot, and that's why everything's closed down, and COVID, obviously, for the tours. But a lot of the trails are shut down because of fire danger.
Right.
So, bad time to come.
All right, so until next time, God bless and be safe out there.
Bye.